This is the Helpful Lockpicker here, and welcome back to my lockpicking homeschool series. The video I have for you today is on reverse picking. Reverse picking is a really cool technique that is seldom talked about. Essentially what you want to do is lift all of the key pins and driver pins up at the same time and apply extremely heavy tension with your bottom of the keyway tensioner. Why you're doing this is you're hoping all the driver pins will stay set as you slowly let off the tension and let the key pins drop down one at a time. Once all the driver pins are all set and the key pins are all dropped back down, the plug will have no other thing to do but turn over and the lock will open. In order for this to work, you got to apply very heavy tension. But here's an example of what it looks like when you lift up all the pins. You want to apply very heavy tension, have them all freeze in place like that. What I'm going to do is try to show you how to do this on a quick set lock. What I have found with reverse picking is it works a lot easier on locks with security pins, which is a surprising find. The lock I have in front of us is a Defiant brand quick set. It has the quick set KW1 keyway, and it is a 5-pin lock with all serrated driver pins. What I've found in reverse picking is security pins can make it a lot easier. Typically, security pins are designed to thwart low skill leveled attacks such as this. But when you turn the whole logic on its head, it will make sense why they make it easier. Typically, when you're dealing with serrated pins, they're designed to take advantage of the fact that you have to apply tension to the lock in order to pick it. Serrated pins love to get stuck easily, which we're going to use to our advantage. What we want to do is lift everything all up at the same time, and you want the driver pins to stay set while the key pins drop back down. Serrated pins are going to stay set a lot easier than standard pins just because the way they're designed, they're serrated and they grip a lot easier. So serrated pins can make this a lot easier to open. To get started, what you're going to need to do is take your bottom of the keyway tensioner and insert it into your lock. Then you want to take your hook, it doesn't really matter what kind. Then you want to flip it upside down so the flat part of the shank is going into the lock. What you want to do is insert it into the keyway and lift up all the key pins all the way to the top, and then apply very heavy tension with your tension wrench, and then you want to pull the pick out. I'm going to slowly let up on the pressure on my tension, and I'm going to kind of pulsate my finger, hopefully letting one key pin down at a time, and then the lock will open. So I'm going to see what it takes to get this open now. Just got one click. Two clicks. 3 clicks. 4 clicks, and we're open. So think about how quickly we're able to get a lock open with 5 serrated driver pins. That was extremely fast. Now, if anyone here has ever opened up an American lock, maybe now you can have a greater appreciation for why they have serrated key pins, because this can make reverse picking a lot more difficult because the key pins will stay stuck. But let's get this lock taken apart so you can see the inside of it. So I've taken the circlip off the back already because it was being a little bit difficult to get out since I do not have the key. And I'm going to just insert a shim into this lock. And now let's take it apart here and see what's inside. So for the key pins, there's nothing special at all. They're just regular quick set key pins. And then on the driver pins, I added all serrated pins just as an exaggerated example of how this works. You can do it with standard pens, but you got to have a lot more finesse with your touch as you are taking them as you're allowing them to drop back down one at a time as you let up on your tension, because they do not like to stay as well as a serrated driver pin. One, two, three, four, and five. So I find this as a really interesting approach that I'd like to see what others' thoughts are going forward on opening locks with security pins, because security pins are typically designed to make picking a lot more difficult. However, with reverse picking, they actually make it easier, and I'm really curious to see what everyone's thoughts are on reverse picking. Have they heard about it before, and have you ever had any success with it? This is something I've heard about but never really tried too much, but I was just really surprised when I decided, you know, maybe security pins would be easier than with standard pins, and they certainly were. Well, either way, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking it out, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.